Intergroup conflict is a common phenomenon in organizations that can significantly impact productivity, employee morale, and overall organizational effectiveness. As future business professionals, understanding how to handle intergroup conflict is crucial for your success in the workplace. This presentation will explore the nature of intergroup conflict, strategies for managing it, and provide real-world examples to illustrate its impact and resolution. Understanding intergroup conflict. Intergroup conflict refers to disagreements or confrontations between two or more groups within an organization. These conflicts can arise due to various factors, including competition for resources, differing goals, miscommunication, or cultural differences. According to the aggressor-defender model, one group often perceives the other as an aggressor, motivated by illegitimate aims, while seeing themselves as defenders with noble motivations. Discussion question: can you think of a time when you experienced or observed intergroup conflict in a school or work setting? What were the main causes of this conflict? Follow-up questions: how did this conflict affect the overall productivity or atmosphere of the group? Were there any attempts to resolve the conflict? If so, what strategies were used? Looking back, what could have been done differently to prevent or better manage the conflict? Causes of intergroup conflict. Several factors can contribute to intergroup conflict in organizations. 1. Resource scarcity. When groups compete for limited resources such as budget, personnel, or equipment, conflict can arise. 2. Goal incompatibility. Different groups may have objectives that are at odds with each other, leading to tension and conflict. 3. Power imbalances. Perceived or actual differences in power and influence between groups can lead to conflict. 4. Cultural differences. In diverse organizations, cultural misunderstandings can contribute to intergroup tensions. 5. Interdependence. When groups rely on each other to complete tasks, conflicts can arise if expectations are not met. Real-world example. The merger between AOL and Time Warner in 2000 is a classic case of intergroup conflict. The clash between the cultures of the two companies, AOL's fast-paced, risk-taking internet culture versus Time Warner's more traditional media approach, led to significant conflicts and ultimately contributed to the failure of the merger. Arango, 2010. Strategies for handling intergroup conflict. 1. Superordinate goals. Establishing common objectives that require cooperation between groups can help reduce conflict. This approach was famously demonstrated in Sheriff's Robbers Cave experiment, where introducing superordinate goals reduced hostility between competing groups of boys at a summer camp. Sheriff et al. Barge, 1961. 2. Intergroup contact. Increasing positive interactions between groups can help reduce prejudice and conflict. This is supported by Allport's contact hypothesis, which suggests that, under appropriate conditions, interpersonal contact is one of the most effective ways to reduce prejudice between majority and minority group members. Pettigrew and Tropp, 2006. 3. Negotiation and mediation. Bringing conflicting groups together to discuss their differences and find mutually acceptable solutions can be effective. This often involves a neutral third party to facilitate the process. 4. Structural interventions. Changing organizational structures, such as reporting relationships or team compositions, can help reduce conflicts. 5. Cultural intelligence training. Providing training to increase awareness and understanding of cultural differences can help prevent conflicts in diverse organizations. Discussion question: how might the strategy of using superordinate goals to reduce intergroup conflict be applied in a business setting? Follow-up questions. 1. What are some potential challenges in implementing this strategy? 2. How might the effectiveness of this strategy vary depending on the nature of the conflict? 3. Can you think of any situations where this strategy might not be appropriate or effective? Real-world application, Google's Project Aristotle. Google's Project Aristotle, a research initiative to study team effectiveness, provides insights into handling intergroup conflict. The project found that psychological safety, the belief that one can speak up without fear of retribution, was crucial for team success. This finding has implications for managing intergroup conflict, as it suggests that creating an environment where different groups feel safe to express their concerns and ideas can lead to better conflict resolution. Implications for future business professionals. As you enter the working world, understanding how to handle intergroup conflict will be crucial for your success. Here are some key takeaways. First, develop cultural intelligence. In an increasingly globalized business environment, the ability to work effectively across cultures will be essential. Cultivate empathy and understanding for different perspectives. Second, practice active listening. Many conflicts arise from misunderstandings. Developing strong listening skills can help you better understand different viewpoints and find common ground. Third, focus on common goals. When faced with intergroup conflict, try to identify and emphasize shared objectives that can unite different groups. Fourth, learn negotiation skills. The ability to negotiate effectively will be invaluable in resolving conflicts and finding win-win solutions. Finally, embrace diversity. Recognize that diverse teams, while potentially more prone to conflict, also have the potential for greater creativity and innovation when managed effectively. How do you think the rise of remote and hybrid work environments might impact intergroup conflict in organizations? Follow-up questions. What new challenges might arise in managing intergroup conflict in virtual teams? How could technology be leveraged to help prevent or resolve conflicts in remote work settings? What skills do you think will be most important for managing intergroup conflict in the future of work? Case study Daimler-Chrysler merger. The 1998 merger between Daimler-Benz and Chrysler provides a compelling example of how intergroup conflict can derail even the most promising business ventures. Despite initial optimism, the merger ultimately failed due to significant cultural clashes between the German and American companies. Key issues included communication styles. The direct communication style of the Germans clashed with the more diplomatic approach of the Americans. Decision-making processes. Daimler's more hierarchical decision-making structure conflicted with Chrysler's more egalitarian approach. Work-life balance. Different expectations regarding work hours and vacation time led to tensions. Brand positioning. Disagreements arose over how to position the luxury Mercedes brand alongside Chrysler's more mass-market offerings. These conflicts led to a breakdown in trust and cooperation between the two groups, ultimately resulting in the dissolution of the merger in 2007. This case highlights the importance of considering cultural fit and potential sources of intergroup conflict in mergers and acquisitions. Handling intergroup conflict is a critical skill for future business leaders. By understanding the causes of such conflicts, recognizing their potential impact, and developing strategies to manage them effectively, you can contribute to more harmonious and productive work environments. Remember that while conflict can be challenging, it also presents opportunities for growth, innovation, and improved understanding between diverse groups. Reflecting on what you've learned about handling intergroup conflict, how might you apply these insights in your future career? Follow-up questions. What do you see as the biggest challenges in managing intergroup conflict in your chosen field? How might your approach to handling intergroup conflict evolve as you progress from an entry-level position to a leadership role? Can you think of any innovative approaches to managing intergroup conflict that we haven't discussed? As you move forward in your careers, keep in mind that effectively handling intergroup conflict is not just about resolving immediate issues, but about creating a culture of understanding, respect, and collaboration that can drive long-term success.